Good morning.
Good morning, Marianne. How are you today?
I'm good. Yeah, you're gonna laugh at this. I thought about you at 5:55 this morning. Not in a creepy way.
Thought my alarm was going off and waking me up, huh?
Yeah, I was laughing. I was like, 5:55.
Gotta be precise.
Yes.
Well, it looks like we don't have a long docket today, but some of these cases might take a little while.
Yeah, oh boy. That's
Um,
okay.
just
I'll
so you
let,
know, I'm
all
covering
right.
Jeff.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
And hopefully we'll get a prosecutor in here timely.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see you in
All
a
right.
little bit.
Thank you. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm well.
Good. When the prosecutor gets here, do you need to speak with her?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in her waiting room.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Morning, how you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. You feeling better?
Yes, much better. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Thank you for asking.
oh yeah. Ooh-wee. I'm glad to hear that. There's an attorney for Robert Reese that's in your waiting room already.
Alrighty, I will head over there.
Okay, thanks. Morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, what is your name, please?
Ryan Belcher.
Do you wish to speak with an in-house attorney this morning?
Yeah, if there's one available.
Sure. I'll put you in his waiting room, okay?
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, good morning, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi,
Good morning.
what case are you here for this morning?
I don't know the number, but it's against Jacob Fritz. I'm the
Okay.
victim.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna put you in the breakout room to speak with the prosecutor, okay?
Okay.
Counsel, is your client going to appear early?
I don't know if he is, and I was just gonna ask, if the court's inclined, it sounds like the parties on this particular case need, another court date. It sounds like there's some discovery outstanding that the prosecutor needs as well as, negotiation. So I didn't know if that's something that needs to go on the record or
Yeah,
not.
yes, it does. I'll let the judge know, and when the prosecutor gets back, I'll let the judge know.
Okay, sounds good. He probably will sign on right at 8:30, so
Okay. All right, thank you.
no problem.
Morning, Miss Zach.
Morning.
How are ya?
Ed, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Do you need to speak with the prosecutor?
No, I do not.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and Ms. Jackson, I've spoken with her a few minutes ago. She is at work, so she'll be joining in like right away.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Marion, I think we're ready on Reese whenever you guys are.
Okay, thank
No
you.
rush.
I'll let the Judge know. Okay.
Yes, and we're ready on Jackson as well.
Patricia, I don't see my client on Zoom, so if the other matter wants to go first, that's totally okay.
Okay.
This is 132235 SM, State of Michigan versus Jackson. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P84088.
Good morning, Your Honor.
D'Angela Jackson.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda Zach. I'm here for defendant D'Angela Jackson, who is also here via Zoom. Ms. Jackson, can you please state your full name for the record?
D'Angelia Denise Jackson.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for hearing on the defendant's application to set aside the conviction. The court has had the opportunity, excuse me, to review that application along with the response from the AG's office. Ms. Zach, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we have received the Michigan State Police report. Your Honor, this is her only conviction. She's not had any assaultive crimes set aside. There are no waiting period issues, and I've confirmed that there are no criminal charges pending. Your Honor, her post-conviction circumstances and behavior warrant setting aside the conviction, and it is in the interest of the public welfare. Your Honor, she is a head chef at Prime and Proper. She's been there for 9 months. Prior to that, she's always been a chef. Prior to this conviction, she worked as a chef at the Inn at St. John's for 6 years. She has an associate's degree in culinary arts and business management. She is the proud mother of 3 children. 2 of them are twin girls at the age of 9. One of them is 7-year-old. Your Honor, they all have ADHD and ODD, and she's doing everything she can as a mother to bring them up properly in this world. Your Honor, in terms of volunteer, she's done a lot for their community. She cooks for the homeless, and she passes out food to the homeless with her daughters. She also volunteers at an organization called Alternatives for Girls. It's a group home for teenage mothers. She teaches them how to manage food on the budget, and she's been doing this for the past 12 years. Your Honor, in terms of this conviction, she made a mistake. She's no longer that person. Your Honor, and it's been about over 10 years since this conviction occurred. Your Honor, in terms of why she wants this, it's affecting her promotions and work. She cannot be an executive chef with this on her record, and she just wants to be a good provider for her children, and she's desperately asking that you grant her this privilege. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Jackson, is there anything you'd like to say?
I would like to say that I changed. It's been over a decade since this has happened. I was very young and mature, but I'm not the person that I was once.
Thank you. Ms. Mandernack, any objection from your office?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court has had the opportunity to review the application and hear from Ms. Zach and Ms. Jackson this morning. The application is granted. The conviction that entered on October 28, 2013 is hereby set aside. Ms. Zach, if you would have your office submit an order to that effect, the court will sign it. Anything else this morning, Ms. Mandernack?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Zach?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ms. Jackson, good luck to you. Have a wonderful afternoon, okay?
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ma'am, are you expecting Mr. Reese early as well?
Your Honor, I had indicated, I thought he would be. I don't know if he's having some issues on Zoom or connecting to Zoom. I know I saw some Zoom users connecting and then leaving. I don't know if one of them was him or not.
It appears that my secretary is in trying to get someone connected. Oh, that is in fact your client.
It is?
It is, and with my secretary in room 5. Did you need to speak with him?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
As soon as he comes out, I'll get Mather called. Here he is. Mr. Reese, please turn your audio and video on. Thank you. This is 230631 SM. This is State of Michigan versus Robert Reese. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P84088.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Parisa Sadrina, P4945, on behalf of Robert Reese, who's present on Zoom and consents to proceeding via Zoom this morning.
State your name for me, please, sir.
Robert Reese, Your Honor.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, I spoke with defense counsel in this case that people would request one more final adjournment about a month out or more if possible. I am still having issues getting certified copies of the medical records from MRO. I plan to, they sent me an email back saying that they have no idea what request I'm talking about. So I plan to submit new subpoenas to the court for signature, for review and signature, and get those sent out to them.
Your Honor,
And if they do not respond this time, then I will be looking for a motion to show cause.
Yes, ma'am, you were starting to say?
Sorry, Your Honor, with respect to the possible new date, I know it takes some time. Originally, when subpoenas go the way they're supposed to go, it does take some time anyway. So I didn't know if the court would be inclined to be looking at, provided there's no objection from the government, looking at potentially into the new year, or if the court's looking at December.
I was contemplating December. There is December the 12th or December the 26th. It appears that this case has been adjourned at least twice now for discovery. So if the people are unable to produce the documents, the court, I guess the position is whether it's 5 weeks or 8 weeks, if the documents aren't available or they won't be able to produce them, Ms. Mandernack?
Yes, Judge, I understand. We're happy with the earlier date. I believe that should give me enough time.
Well, the 12th is Judge Oakley, the 26th is back here, courtroom number 1.
Judge, we are not open on the 26th.
Oh, why are we showing domestic? I was like, that's not right. That date can't be a right date.
Your Honor, I just have, if it's gonna be the 12th, I just have a matter for at 8:30. If it's something that I could put at like a 10 o'clock slot, I would be available at that point for 12/12.
Or January the 9th. I was reluctant to the new year, but it's your case, Ms. Mandernack.
Judge, if defense counsel has no objections, the new year would be better.
Robert, do you have any
September, I'm
objections?
sorry.
I just want to get it out of my way. And I know this isn't not relevant to that because this is an issue at hand that has to be mandated. I've had opportunities to accept job offers out of state, which is part of my what we submitted in my defense also. But I mean, I know that that's only in consideration to time that is obviously within what I'm allowed. So I asked for earlier, but again, I have to.
Give me one second. Mr. Reese, if there are specific dates that you need to travel out of state for work, I cannot imagine that the prosecution would have.
No, ma'am. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, Your Honor. Go ahead.
No, please interrupt me if what I'm saying is not correct.
No.
What I was starting to say is if you have
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, sir.
I just had a job offer where I had turned it down, and I've been reconsidering it, Your Honor, as far as pending this case, Your Honor. It's not something that I have to hurry or rush. I mean, this is a serious thing and a big part of my life and decision that obviously has to, proceed first before I make any choice. And I have a job here. I'm in a very good situation, so it's not a rush as far as that. That's all. I was more just stating it than not giving the prosecution the proper time was all.
You're fine. Miss Marianne, January 9th at what time?
9 o'clock.
9 a.m. on January 9, 2024. That will be on Zoom and number 3 with Judge Green. And Mr. Reese, what I was starting to say is if you have job opportunities, your attorney knows how to get a hold of the prosecution. This court would allow a bond amendment that would allow you to travel for work. This court's pretrial release is not to keep you from being able to live your life and improve the life of you and your family. So if that comes up and you need to travel, your attorney can get a hold of this court. It's easy enough to do to make those modifications. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Reese?
Nothing further.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. Mr. Reese, you have a wonderful afternoon.
You also, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Batar.
Good morning, Judge. How are you today?
I'm well, other than my calendar makes it look like we're open on the 26th, and it doesn't even occur to me it's the day after Christmas.
I was very confused about that, Judge.
Well, I flipped to the calendar and it shows that that's a domestic date and Judge Oakley doing arraignments and it's not blacked out, and it's a date.
Jim Murray is here, and his client's coming here.
Okay.
He went to meet with the prosecutor. He just talked to the prosecutor. She's not coming here.
Okay.
So do you want him in the courtroom, or do you want me to set him up downstairs?
Is there anything else going?
Downstairs.
Is there anything else? There's nothing else scheduled this morning at all in the building, is it? And he can sit in the Zoom room, it's fine.
Okay.
If he wants to come up, he can come up, but if he wants to talk to Ms. Mandernack, he has to do it down there because there's no privacy up here.
Okay.
Thank you.
But when he comes to his case, do you want him on Zoom, or can he come?
Is it easier for you all for him to stay downstairs? Do you care?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
However you want to do it is
Okay.
fine with me.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is 230686 SM, State of Michigan versus Jacob Fritz. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P84088.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Fritz.
Good morning, Your
State your name
Honor.
for me.
My name is Jacob Fritz.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz. My apologies for cutting you off. Today is the day and time set for the final pretrial in this matter. The court would note that the complainant, Morgan Dodds, is present. Mr. Batar, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, we have a resolution. My client is going to plead to reduced count 1, domestic violence and first offense. Count 2, the child abuse in the 4th degree, will be dismissed. Sentence agreement of 1 year of probation, batterer's intervention, parenting classes, substance abuse evaluation and treatment, and any other terms and conditions added by the court.
Thank you. Mr. Fritz, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. You may put your hand down. Sir, you've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Batar. You understand the charges you face and the possible penalties.
I do, Your Honor.
And after having that conversation, sir, is your understanding and agreement that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to count 1, domestic violence first offense, and count 2, child abuse 4th degree, will be dismissed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Batar, before I ask your client anything else, 2 housekeeping matters more than anything else. Your client had not previously been arraigned in this matter, so his arraignment will show as having occurred today, the same day as the plea. Was there anything you'd like to say about the arraignment in this matter?
With respect to the arraignment, Your Honor, we'll waive a formal reading and stand mute, please.
Thank you. The other thing is that this case originated in Van Buren Township, and I want to disclose on the record that I'm married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. He's not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. He doesn't know anything about this case. He doesn't know that it's scheduled. It has no impact or influence on how this court rules in any matter. That having been disclosed, are you still prepared to proceed with this plea?
We are, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Fritz, you remain under oath. Is it true, sir, that on June the 4th, 2023 in Van Buren Township, that you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon Morgan Elizabeth Dodds, an individual with whom you have a child in common?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So are the people satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Batar?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Fritz, the court will accept your plea of guilty to the reduced count 1 domestic violence first offense and will dismiss the count 2 child abuse as previously indicated. The parties had the conversation and Mr. Batar has placed on the record the agreement that Mr. Fritz will be placed on 1 year probation. And before the other conditions, Ms. Dodger, present this morning, was there anything you wanted to say?
I wasn't fully aware that we were dismissing the child abuse charge or something like that.
Ms. Mandernack, do you need a moment with Ms. Dodds?
Yes, Your Honor. I will put us both in the breakout room.
Ms. Dodds, you should see an invitation. Please go in there briefly with Ms. Mandernack and then we'll finish the imposition of the sentence in this matter.
Okay.
already spoke to the prosecutor.
Okay,
And the prosecutor, he hasn't got his discovery yet.
okay,
So he's just gonna answer from the jury.
okay.
So I told him when they're ready, just come in.
Thank you. Good morning. Ms. Mandernack, was that sufficient time with Ms. Dodds?
Yes, Judge, I believe so, but I can go back in with her.
No, you don't have to. You just came out without her. And I wanted to be sure that we were prepared to proceed with Mr. Fritz.
I thought we were prepared, but let me go back in with her.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. I'm sending her an invitation to the main session.
I didn't know if, okay. Thank you. Ms. Dodds, have you had your questions answered?
Yes, Your Honor.
And we're prepared to proceed?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Bitar previously indicated that the parties had agreed to 12 months of probation. The court will place Mr. Fritz on 12 months of probation with the associated oversight fees, impose a fine of $500, cost of $200. There's $75 mandatory crime victims fee. There's $50 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee. Mr. Fritz will engage in batterers counseling, parenting classes, have a substance abuse assessment evaluation, and submit to any treatment requested or resulting from that evaluation. Mr. Fritz, the probation department will be in contact and communication with you to place you formally on probation and help set up a payment plan and help get you connected to the classes and counseling that we just placed on the record. Was there anything else, Ms. Mandernack?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bitar?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Fritz, good luck to you, sir. Please respond to efforts to be in contact from probation department, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you, Ms. Dodds. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Trish, can I see you in your meeting room, please?
Yeah.
Mr. Fritz, oh shoot. I signed the fingerprint order, but Mary Ann. When Mr. Bitar comes out, remind me to, or send a message to him that we need to get Mr. Fritz over for fingerprints.
Okay.
Thank you.
In answer to your question, it's usually from the past, Judge Oakley doesn't go past 9:30 for his DVs. That's the only reason.
Okay. How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Thank you. I just can't sleep.
You cough at home when you're up, or is it just here?
Oh, no.
Okay.
This is driving me crazy. She thinks I do it for breakfast. I said, really?
I don't know if it's just because it's dry and it's making, I mean, dry here, dry at home, if it's that making it more difficult to.
I don't know, too.
Hmm.
Seems like every.
So it wasn't my imagination.
No.
It's like, I thought I remembered him having the same cough last year.
Yeah.
I thought it was closer to the end of the year. Okay. How far out, Mr. Murray?
There's some outstanding discovery, as quickly as they can get it, have that pre-trial. To me, I believe they should have already had it. So I'd like to have it on a short leash, a couple weeks if the court will permit.
You've already had this conversation with Ms. Mandernack.
I certainly have through email and otherwise.
When she comes out, I'll call the case. We're looking at, there was a December 12th date or a January 9th date. I'll ask her if she has a preference, and I'll ask you on the record if you have a preference.
For us, the earlier the better to take care of this.
Understood.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I had to start getting rid of the pumpkins this morning. We still have them from probably the first or second weekend in October. It's surprisingly, we had a white one that was about this big, and then a huge orange one, and the ones in between are fine. But just the biggest one and one of the smallest ones. Yeah. The white one started getting a little funky looking on top, and the huge orange one was falling in the back. So yeah.
Usually the squirrels do that.
Well, we don't carve them because we don't want them to go. Yeah.
Usually they'll try to chew through.
Well, it was so cold. I'm scared that they were going to get stuck to the porch, and I was like, let me start getting rid of them before they become a disgusting whatever.
Christmas lights this week. It'll be the 60s. I mean, we can't turn them on until.
This is never a good sign.
Oh, it's always a good sign.
I have donuts back here. No.
Team for expert advice.
Oh, you're in the wrong place. I must be the only one here.
The question tomorrow. So tomorrow I have a Judge Reed in charge of it.
It's a CSC case. The two little girls that are coming, they said they have to testify.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I'll see you
guys.
tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry, Ms. Mandernack. This is 230760 SM, State of Michigan versus Hullabaloo.
That's correct, Your Honor. Good morning, may it please the court. James W. Murray, P 48047, standing with Samantha Halball.
Halaba, thank you.
I'll get it right one day, Your Honor.
Today is the date and time for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. Ms. Mandernack, when you were in with Mr. Batard, there was an indication from Mr. Murray that he's been in contact and communication with you and there's some outstanding discovery.
Yes, Judge. The issue in this case specifically is that this incident allegedly spanned 3 different cities. So I am waiting for discovery from, I believe, Taylor and Brownstown Township as well. But if the court would like to set this for a final pretrial, I can have that discovery by then.
For the record, if I may, just to be a little bit more precise, there should be some video from the scene, which was a gas station. That would be item 1, and then item 2 would be the video from the Romulus Police lobby.
Yes, and just to clarify, I have specifically asked for that from my OIC.
And I certainly believe that, Your Honor, because this prosecutor is very diligent. And
Thank you.
it's very true, and I wouldn't say it if it isn't.
December 12th or January 9th?
December 12th on our end.
December 12th works, Your Honor.
At 8:30, Judge.
Is the domestic docket live?
Yes, because it's with Judge Oakley.
I wasn't sure if he just was Wednesday live or everything live. Okay. December 12th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. next door in courtroom number 2 in person with Chief Judge Brian Oakley. Outstanding is the video from the gas station, the video from the Romulus Police Department lobby. Was there anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ma'am, you have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep. Mhm. Mhm. Oh. Yeah, just. Oh.
I'm gonna close this door.
Thank you.
Somebody else comes up.
Well, we only have like 4 or 5 more cases.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Batar,
Yes, Judge.
in the Fritz matter, I neglected to inform Mr. Fritz that he needs to have his fingerprints taken. If you could relay that to him, I'd appreciate it greatly.
Yes, Judge. I'll give him a call when we get done today.
Thank you.
You're
This
welcome.
is 230690 SM, State of Michigan versus Ryan Weisfeld. And have your appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Vandernack for the people, PA 4088.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Weisfeld, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it's my understanding the complaining witnesses failed to appear. I am unable to proceed without them.
Sir, would you state your name for me, please?
Ryan Weisfeld.
Thank you. Today being the day and time set for the final pretrial of this matter, it was scheduled at 8:40 a.m. It's now 9:14 by this court's clock. Complaining witness being ordered to appear and having failed to appear. Oh,
Judge, before you say that.
I'm sorry, that's not true.
Yes, Judge, I know I'm Mr. Weisfeld's defense attorney.
Oh, you're right.
And I have to be an
Sorry.
advocate for him, but that is not accurate. Ms. Vandernack made a mistake. She was here, Mr. Weisfeld, you agree, at the last court hearing. She was not ordered to appear here today.
As far as I know, that is true.
Okay. So Judge.
I
what
was
we're-
looking at my note from September 26th. I'm sorry, Mr. Batar.
Yes, Judge. So what we're looking to do in this case is I've talked to the prosecutor. It's my understanding that this charge may end up being upped to a felony. However, the police are still trying to get all their ducks in a row. If it is up to a felony, then this misdemeanor charge would be dismissed. So what we need, judges, what we're asking for is a date about 30 days out. Set this for another pretrial at that time, and hopefully the police and prosecution have their act together and they can decide whether or not it's going to a felony charge or we can resolve this charge.
A month puts it on that December 12th or close to that December 12th date. Are you available on that day, Mr. Bitar?
Yes, Judge.
At 8:40, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr.
And thank
Weisfeld,
you,
your
Mr.
case is
Bitar.
adjourned to December 12th, 2023, 8:40 a.m. That's in person here next door in courtroom number 2 with Chief Judge Brian Oakley. I'm sorry, Ms. Mandernack, you were saying?
Oh, I was just apologizing to the court for the confusion.
No apology necessary. Like I said, I was reading my note too and ordering somebody to appear who wasn't ordered to appear. Mr. Weisfeld, December 12th with Judge Oakley next door at 8:40 a.m. Anything else in this case, Ms. Mandernack?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bitar?
Judge, I would just ask Ms. Mandernack if and when the charges are changed, if you could just email the OIC and let him know to contact Mr. Weisfeld so he can turn himself in on any
Absolutely.
warrants instead of, having him just pulled off the street somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey. Thank you, Ms. Mandernack. Mr. Weisfeld, was there something else you wanted to say?
Yeah, I wanted to, just verified, the December 12th is in person, not Zoom?
Correct, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Weisfeld. You're free to go. You have a good day.
Love you too, bye-bye.
Mr. Weisfeld, I'll give you a
Thank you.
call.
Mr.
another
Crawford,
time.
take your cap off for me, please. Thank you. This is 230052 SM, State of Michigan versus Corey Crawford. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P84088.
Daniel Bitar, on behalf of Corey Crawford, I'm standing up for Mr. Bowditch, Your Honor.
State your name for me, please, sir.
Corey Crawford.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Today is the day and time set for the final pretrial on this matter. This case was scheduled at 9 o'clock. It is now 9:17 by this court's clock. The indication from Judge Oakley was that the complainant was to appear at this hearing. Mr. Bitar, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I don't believe the complainant has appeared today. We're moving to dismiss the matter.
Anything on behalf of the people?
Your Honor, that is correct. Our notes indicate that we have been unable to contact complaining witness since 11/2, and I am unable to proceed without them.
Thank you. Complainant having failed to appear, defense motion to dismiss is granted. That dismissal is without prejudice. Mr. Crawford, the bond that you previously posted will be refunded to you less any fees due to the court. Anything else, Mr. Bitar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Crawford, that concludes this matter, sir. You're free to go. You have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Chris, were you able to find anything on Belcher? I didn't get an email yet from you.
Did you get the paper?
No.
Okay, let me. Okay, let me resend it. All right, I just resent Belcher.
Thank you. And Pruitt, still no sign of a complainant. Do you have the name on that?
I do, let me see, Pruitt's complaining witness. Our notes indicate in that case that we weren't able to get a hold of the complaining witness, so let me double check complainant's name.
Okay, I'll go talk to Belcher while we wait on the judge for that one then.
Sounds good, thank you.
Thank you. Tricia, you sure you're sending it to the right email? I'm starting to wonder.
Okay. I'm starting to wonder too, because I've sent it to someone 3 times. Okay, your email is danielbatar@hotmail.com.
Yes.
Okay.
You sent me that one earlier on the other matter, on the the investigators report, but so you must.
Okay. So it's working. Let me download it to my desktop and try sending it that way.
Okay.
If it will download to my desktop.
And Marianne, while we're waiting on that, I think we can do Pruitt.
Yep.
Let me go talk to Pruitt quickly.
I'm sorry, my printer was going. Did you say my name?
This is 230707 SM. This is State of Michigan versus Joyce Pruitt. May I have your appearances, please?
Daniel Batar on behalf of Miss Pruitt, Your Honor, I'm standing in for Jeffrey Bowdish.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Manderdank for the people, P84088.
State your name for me, please.
Joyce Pruitt.
Thank you. Mr. Bitar, as a procedural matter, although this case has been seen a few times already, the defendant has not formally been arraigned.
Your Honor, with respect to that arraignment, we'll waive a formal reading. Stand mute, please.
Thank you. And as for today's final pretrial that was scheduled at 9 o'clock, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, in this,
I'm sorry, go
Your
ahead.
Honor, in this case, the complaining witness has failed to appear. I am unable to proceed without them. Well, I'll let Mr. Bitar make the request.
Because of that, Your Honor, we would move to dismiss the matter.
Thank you. Defense motion to dismiss based on the complainant's failure to appear is hereby granted. That dismissal is without prejudice. Is there anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. That concludes this matter. You're free to go. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
I see Mr. Belcher in the breakout room. Have we heard? I thought I saw Miss Medina earlier.
Judge, I talked to Mr. Belcher. Miss Medina has a different case, I believe. Miss Medina.
I know, no. I said, I was saying it as two different things, Mr. Bitar, that Mr.
Okay.
Belcher, I see him, but that Miss Medina was here earlier, and I know she's bails, and I wasn't sure if Ms. Mandernack, if
She asked me to stand in for her, Judge, if her client appears.
if you want to go back in with Mr. Belcher, or are you ready with him?
No, I'm waiting to see if the prosecutor can send me the paperwork, Judge.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry, Judge, we're having some tech issues, so this is my 5th attempt, and hopefully this will work. Mr. Bitar, I'm sending it to you through an evidence.com discovery link because it wouldn't send via normal email.
Okay, thank you.
And it just sent.
Thank you. I got it. I'll be back.
Hooray! Judge, may I just say that I appreciate the Halloween themed decor? Or the, not Halloween, Thanksgiving now.
We've changed over to Thanksgiving a little bit. The pumpkins are just too cute to put away, but the turkey and the maize
Oh,
are
I
welcome
like it.
additions.
I like those
Thank
mini
you.
pumpkins are just very cute. It's nice to see something festive.
Well, we'll switch over to snowmen here in the next probably 2 weeks.
I'm excited for the decorations, but I can't say that I'm excited for the snow.
Oh, come on, it's Michigan. You should be used to the snow by now.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it, but I like the first couple of weeks of snow, before it gets gross.
You don't like it when it's dirty and full of trash?
No, and you step in it and it's like that muddy slush destroys all your boots.
No, I'm
But
not
I'm-
looking forward to it, but
I prefer that to 90 to 100 degrees all year, so I shouldn't complain too much.
wow. This is 230-833 State of Michigan versus Ryan Belcher. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P 84088.
Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Belcher, Your Honor.
State your name for me, please, sir.
Yeah, Ryan Belcher. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Belcher. Today is the day and time set for the pretrial in this matter. Mr. Batar, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we would like to set this matter for a final pretrial where the complaining witness must appear. I have received discovery from the prosecutor.
December 12th, Mr. Batar,
Is that all we have, Judge? The in-person, is that Judge Oakley?
or January 9th with Judge Green?
No, let's just go with that 12th day. Mr. Belcher, you know you're gonna have to appear in person on that day, okay?
What day was it? December 12th?
Yes.
December 12th at
8:50.
at 8:50 a.m. That will be in courtroom number 2 in person with Chief Judge Brian Oakley. Final pretrial, complainant to appear. Anything else, Ms. Mandernack?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Belcher, you're free to go. You have a wonderful afternoon, sir.
Dave, thank you very much.
Mr. Belcher,
You're
I'll
welcome,
call you
sir.
before that court date, okay?
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
We have 230-534 SM. This is State of Michigan versus Wayne Bales.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P 84088.
Daniel Batar on behalf of the defendant, I'm standing in for Crystal Medina, Your Honor.
Thank you. Today was the day and time set for the pretrial in this matter. A case was scheduled at 8:50. It's now 9:40 by this court's clock. Mr. Bales has failed to appear. Mr. Batar, do you have any insight?
Your Honor, Ms. Medina informed me that she's tried to reach out to the defendant and make contact with him. She has not been successful. We have no explanation for his failure to appear today.
Mr. Batar, Mr. Bales has had a history of failing to appear in this matter, has failed to appear again this morning. Based on his failure to appear, bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%.
Understood, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Mandernack?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Batar?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. That concludes this court's docket for the day. Thank you both for your assistance this morning. You have a wonderful afternoon.
You as
Thank
well,
you.
Judge. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.